10 seconds or so. There's a bit of about 90-second restream delay.
90 seconds?
Something along that line, but we are off.
Woo. Here we go. So with the standard settings, you just start off from your ship as usual, but a lot of the things that are blocking you from reaching the main temple grounds area is already unlocked as a quality of life. You don't have to go through many cutscenes or tutorials. There's no item loss, but you do have to go through the underground area still, because the shortcut is blocked by some violet translator gates. And translator gates play a pretty significant role in this randomizer. A lot of your paths will be blocked off by a translator gate of its corresponding color, and there are 4 in this game: violet, amber, cobalt, and emerald. And violet translator gates are the one you're going to see the most of in this area. They're probably going to get it within like the first 5 minutes of the randomizer because it's so important early game.
They will. It's pretty much guaranteed to show up either on the Dark Alpha Splinter or as Umos' first item in the main energy controller.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, with a lot of the cutscenes cut out, this is basically otherwise the same thing as the start of a vanilla game. All right, so it looks like JaggerG is about to take the elevator up. Belattor is right behind him.
Yeah, the timers for the runners are desynced by about 2.5 seconds. It's just, again, it's an unfortunate consequence of our technical difficulties that we're experiencing right now. But what you're seeing here is most likely both of our runners, they're going to do a slope jump to get up onto the these crates here and in the industrial site. To skip this cutscene without
Hello?
On the crate.
You cut off a little bit there, but I assume you were explaining that during the cutscene, you want to let it play out because Samus is actually still on that crate. And that skips going around the room and doing a puzzle that involves lowering a bridge.
Pretty much. Yeah, I think I might have had a Discord hissy fit there.
Might be, yeah. So on JaggerG's screen, we can see one of the first items we can get, which in Temple Assembly Site, and it looks like it's going to be...
That looks like a suit.
Screw attack? It's orangish. That's all I know. It's hard to tell.
It was a lot bigger, because suits are the biggest pickup, and they basically are flat as pancakes, so yeah, it's a suit. I can see it on Bellator's screen.
Okay, yeah, that is a suit. But as they are right now, they can't get it because you need space jump or bombs to get up there in the first place.
Yeah, still, an early suit right at the start is definitely a huge plus right now, because that is going to make the early Aegon checks a lot less painful.
So JaggerG did a slope jump off of a rock that lets him go around a cutscene for the early game, and he's grabbing the item inside the box, which requires blowing it up with charge beam. There's a reason for this. So it looks like you got the missile launcher, and then now he's going to trigger the cutscene, which respawns that box, which is a thing that happens in a vanilla game. And this is really handy because this means JaggerG can duplicate the missile launcher and start off this area with 10 missiles instead of 5, and that makes much more of a difference than it seems.
Yeah, both runners getting the, as it's aptly titled, the dupe jump quite comfortably within only a few seconds. And yeah, the extra 5 missiles especially comes into handy going against Dark Alpha Splinter. Now, in these settings, that yellow crate can only contain basically one of 3 things: either a missile launcher, seeker missiles, or very rarely, in the case of this, the randomizer's waiting, but power bombs, so you can go back the other way. And even then, I don't think power bombs unlocks anything with our current setup anyway. Except the item in the
Dynamo works.
Yeah, the temple dynamo place.
But yeah, the big room with the wasps that JaggerG and Bellator went through, they use a set of scan dashes to pretty much skip it, because otherwise you have to do this puzzle where you unlock a cannon, shoot it yourself through a wall, and then kind of roll around the room twice. It's really slow.
Yeah, and interestingly, Jagger did scan the item in Transport A Access real quick and revealed that is our screw attack.
All right, so I was wrong about screw attack, but that is very convenient. Screw attack is one of the most important items. No matter what settings you have, screw attack will always be required because you flat out have to have it to get to the last boss. There is no exception.
Pretty much, yeah. So early screw attack, well, not necessarily early screw attack. There's a couple items technically needed before this item, before screw attack becomes in logic. Either Dark Visor and Secret Missiles or Emerald Translator. And another thing is, it's kind of difficult to screw attack without space jump. It can be done, but it requires very specific circumstances regarding each area's Y coordinates.
There's a lot of janky technical terms to go along with it. Basically, it's weird. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. I mean, it's echoes.
Yep, it's echoes. So yeah, so you have access to 2 immediate items in this area, the Great Temple, and it looks like JaggerG picked up Dark Visor. This is interesting. You don't get Dark Visor this early usually, and that means that Umos's item here is always going to be Violet Translator because you need it to get out in the first place.
I would have laughed I'm gonna laugh if it's gonna end up being like Secret Missiles and Transport A access, or Emerald Translator, so you can go right back down the other door.
Oof. So yeah, Captain was also talking about the hint system here, and all the lore scans are replaced by hint systems. You do need the corresponding translator to see them, and it looks like Quadraxis is guarding a missile expansion, which means that Quadraxis is dead, kind of dead. We don't have to directly beat Quadraxis. There might be a need to beat Quadraxis without tricks, because there's also the item that is normally the light student in the vanilla game, and that requires beating Quadraxis. So if that is required, then we may need to fight Quadraxis anyways.
Yeah, and luckily, as we mentioned before, there is a hint for that intelligence somewhere in the hint pool guarantee. We just don't know where it's going to show up. That would be an energy tank in Transport A access, so forget what I said about maybe having an early way back to go get that screw attack.
Energy tanks are considered in logic as well, because there is a lot of Dark World navigation, and sometimes if you don't have enough health, you just can't get to where you want to go in the Dark World.
Yeah, a very common example we've seen in this tournament is Hazing Cliff in Sanctuary Fortress. To get that item, the logic with our strictness and damage settings expects you to have 225 HP, because we are running on a medium damage strictness, which translates to the game expects you to have half more energy than under ideal circumstances you would. Oh, hey, there's Space Jump.
Oh, free seed.
Yeah, that's a pretty big... That's a pretty big plus because, hey, let's go get that suit.
Just get the suit right now. So, yeah. Space Jump, Dark Visor, and a suit already?
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, the suits do not decrease the amount of damage you take from enemies in this game. They do in Prime 1, but not in this game. So, energy is still very important to get, even though if you have Dark or Light suit.
Absolutely. But yeah, the thing about all these items is we've gotten Dark Visor, but we've only got the vanilla missile launcher at GFMC, so we honestly didn't get a lot in the way of like hints of where to go for our early Aegon route. Like we didn't get any beams. We got Space Jump, which is nice, but we didn't really get. We didn't get any beams. We didn't get. We still don't have Morph Ball bombs. Oh, and there's a Morph Ball system in Aegon Waste, Aegon Temple. That is actually very likely to be vanilla Morph Ball bombs.
A few minutes ago, well, more like a minute ago, JaggerG also scanned the corpse of a body, which you're seeing Belattor doing now, and that gives the hint for the corresponding ink cache in the dark version of that room, which is Dark Oasis, I think, and you know that it just has an expansion, so they don't need to go to that room.
That's a Cursed Lake. Dark Oasis is in Dark Aegon.
I always mix them up.
Oh, and we're getting a look at Mining Plaza from JaggerG. I didn't get the best view, so I'm not exactly sure what it was.
It was orangish, so it's probably a missile tank. But you don't want that item to be required. It's one of the worst items to get in the game, Randomizer.
Yeah,
to get that item, you need to have Screw Attack and Echo Visor. You need to beat a Morbus, get the Aegon Energy, return the Aegon Energy, which reveals the Echo Locks in that room, and then have Echo Visor and Screw Attack to get the item. And yeah, you don't want that to happen.
Yeah, that's not a good time. Now, the translator of choice for this neck of the woods would be Emerald Translator, and Belattor is giving us another... Bellator was giving us another look at Mining Plaza, but I still didn't really get the best view. It looked orangey. Or it looked orange or whitish. It might have been a light tank, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, okay, JaggerG picked up the main power bombs, which is interesting. Yeah. Power bombs opens up quite a bit. Most importantly, with a few other things, power bombs unlocks a lot of Sanctuary Fortress. I mean, they still need bombs to get there, but power bombs are the main lock for Sanctuary Fortress.
Yeah, and if they get Light Beam and Spider Ball relatively soon, they may already be eligible to head over to Sank Spider side. As we mentioned previously, it's highly likely that this is Morph Ball bombs. It could end up being Boost Ball or Spider Ball, which Boost Ball does work against these gates as well. Ooh. JaggerG taking advantage of the fact that the Bomb Guardian will likely charge you to get the Power Bomb and the door out at the same time.
Ooh, that is nice.
And would you look at that?
We're not getting bombs. Interesting.
Wow. Power Bombs and Spider Ball already. The
what
game's
kind
already
of speed
screaming.
is this?
The game is already screaming.
They're not getting bombs. No bombs, no Dark Beam, no Light Beam, none of those early game items besides Space Jump. But they have Power Bombs, Dark Beam. You know where Screw Attack is? They have a suit, and they have Spider Ball.
You know what? We may actually have... We probably have something in Hazing Cliff.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, with Dark Suit... Oh, wait a minute. That is... Oh, that's Sunburst, actually, it looks like Sunburst. Up there. Oh, no, it's a light tank. Sunburst has three... Sunburst has three black... sort of pylons on the bottom. That only had two, so... and actually, with Spider Ball, we could also check the item in Central Mining Station, because we could just reload the room after the fight, and presto. Oh!
Yeah, well, we got Seeker Launchers. This is a very interesting seed. Like, the seed is throwing them all of the mid-game and late-game items at them, but none of the early game ones.
Oh, you know what's crazy about that? We can go get Screw Attack and Logic now.
Yeah, Screw Attack and
Power Bombs. We have Power Bombs, Dark Visor, and Seekers, so we can get back through GFMC. We can get to GFMC since we've got Power Bombs. Fascinating.
Yeah, there's a lot of options they have at this point. A lot. Even though they don't have Dark or Light Beam, a lot of the game is still open to them.
A lot of options, but yeah, this is a very unconventional... This is a very unconventional start to this seed.
Looks like Jagger is doing a ship warp. Ship warping is another quality of life feature added into the randomizer, where from any save station you have the option to warp back to your starting room, which is usually going to be the ship. And conveniently enough, there are two items in the Hive Chamber area, in early game near the ship, that you can get. One of them is unlocked by defeating Bomb Guardian, which JaggerG just did. And it looks like Belattor is doing the same thing.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense, because, again, right now the only check in Logic right now is... the only two checks in Aegon and Logic right now are Central Mining Station and Command Center. That's about it.
There's a handful of stuff they can get in Temple Grounds, because relatively speaking, there aren't very many Dark or Light Beam doors, if any at all.
Yeah, for Aegon, for Temple Grounds rather specifically, yeah, you're absolutely right. Looks like a light ammo tank on the Dark Missile Trooper.
Wait. If Screw Attacks in Logic, Grand Wind Chamber and Wind Chamber Gateway are going to be in Logic.
They are. You're absolutely right.
It's going to be in Logic. They have Seekers too.
Yeah, all they need is Annihilator Beam to show up somewhere, and then they will actually be able to. Well, they don't have Boost Ball, so they can't logically do the puzzle. They can't take portals
either. Yeah.
Yeah. If Annihilator Beam and Boost Ball both do show up, then yes, they can do Grand Wind Chamber. I'm gonna laugh if this is Boost Ball.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Sky Temple keys. So for those not familiar with this game, your main goal of the game to get to the final area is to get the 9 Sky Temple keys, which are normally locked behind these Dark Visor required ink caches in the Dark World. All of the Sky Temple keys, along with the Aegon, Torvis, and Inghive keys, have been randomized as well as part of the item pool. But the main goal of this randomizer, in this case, is to collect the 9 Sky Temple keys. So getting one there not useful right now, but he's going to need to get it eventually anyway. So it's one less Sky Temple key to worry about in the long run.
Yeah, you guys may remember in the Prime 1 randomizer tournament we had last year that our runners only need to collect 6 out of the 12 Chozo artifacts. In this case, we are asking our runners to get all 9 of the Sky Temple keys.
Which makes sense, because there are more items in this game than in Prime 1. It's roughly 119 versus Prime 1's 99 or 100.
Well, to be fair, one of them kind of just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, true.
Which we actually will not be seeing in this run. Because of the tournament settings, the energy transfer module doesn't fit in the item pool. So we actually won't be seeing that this run.
Well, they're getting a lot of ammo. They're pretty much taking the same kind of route. Like, Belattor is right behind JaggerG's feet. And you need to use like 3 power bombs in a row to get through this area, basically, which is kind of annoying. And unfortunately, communication area, which is the room that JaggerG is in now, enemies do not give you drops. So if you need a power bomb coming up, you need to get another drop in the previous room.
Yeah, luckily the splinters in the Temple Dynamo can help you out with this one. We're getting a Reliquary hint check here. Reliquary is an energy tank. Doing Reliquary without Light Suit is basically the early newborn of Prime 2.
Mm-hmm. It's very easy if you know what you're doing.
True.
It sounds scary, but if you know where to go, it's actually much easier than it sounds.
Yeah, there are a couple of blind spots in the Inkstorm path that do allow you to reach the item with not as many energy tanks as early newborn.
Talking about the race, it looks like, unfortunately, JaggerG did not have any power bombs going into communication area after getting the item, so he had to backtrack for a drop, whereas Belattor already had the power bomb, so he's able to go ahead to GFMC compound.
I think Belattor has elected to pass up the missile tank in communications area.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He did.
Might have missed
it. To save a power bomb, which does make sense for the sake of routing. Mm-hmm. But if that were something important, that would be a bit of a blow to Belattor because he'd have to go back for that eventually.
So we're getting a hit for screw attack. I mean, if we didn't see it already, that would have been really handy.
Yeah, thanks, game. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those type of hints in this game. To be fair.
Yeah, I imagine they would just start going to the Great Temple to get screw attack next, because that's pretty much the next logical thing to do.
Yeah,
you could check the 2 Wind Chamber items right now if you know how to scan dash. But yeah.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if we see at least one of our runners do a Wind Chamber check after picking up Screw Attack, because it's right here.
They can go backwards through here, because normally this is a one-way path in Sacred Path, but you can unlock the other direction by having Seekers and Dark Visor, both of which everyone has. So, very convenient.
Yeah, and I think the game logic for No Tricks expects you to have power bombs to blast away that rubble, even though regular bombs, boost ball, and for some reason not screw attack, super missiles also works on that rubble.
In the PAL version of the game, boost ball does not work on it for some reason.
Okay.
Why? Don't ask me. So it looks like we're having a route split. Bellator is continuing to explore more temple grounds. JaggerG is taking a heal, and actually, never mind. He's not. I thought he was going to ship warp, but it looks like he isn't.
Yeah, I guess they're just banking on just in case the Arrow Troopers in Grand Wind Chamber gives Jagger a problem, he wants to be ready, and just in case something crazy comes up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're both probably going to go to the Grand Wind Chamber area now, which seems logical. This has been a really linear scene, all things considered.
It has, and yeah, now they still can't. I don't think we're going to be able to do Wind Chamber now with our current equipment, because again, we still need Boost Ball and at least some form of Light and Dark World access, which Annihilator Beam could suffice for both. But again, we don't. We're waiting on. We're not going to get both of those here.
That a suit?
It is.
Oh, all right. Well, there's Light Suit.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
You'll forgive my inner Spock. I'm a bit of a Trekkie.
I don't keep up with Star Trek, so feel free to make all the memes you want.
Alright, that looked like a beam ammo tank in Wind Chamber Gate, so good intel coming out of Grand Wind Chamber. Light Suit may be required for a significant number of checks, most notably a few of the late game flying in caches, as well as Fortress transport access, Sanctuary map station because those have those light elevators. Hive entrance is another example.
The thing is, if Light Suit ends up being in Logic very soon, then we're probably not going to be seeing many energy tanks, because energy tanks are considered in Logic for Dark World navigation, but if you have the Light Suit, you don't need any.
Pretty much.
So that's going to be fun, especially if they go to Sanctuary with like only one E-Tank.
Yeah, given what we have, though, it does seem that our progression is in labs because, again, they can't go to either side of the Aegon Temple with no beams, and with Spider Ball, they can check Central Mining Station. So, yeah, it does seem like the play is to go to, and here's Belattor getting that missile tank that Jagger passed up. Actually quite efficient from a powerbomb routing perspective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never thought of that, actually. Clever. Good routing on his part.
Unfortunately, the the Arrow Troopers here not being cooperative with JaggerG here.
That's why I always use Seekers on them, or a Super. Or Annihilator.
Yeah, Annihilator's really good on those pirates. To answer a question in chat, we're having a bit of a layout and overall like speed gaming problem today.
Oh no. Okay, sorry to interrupt, but JaggerG just tried to set up a 3 BSJ to get Light Suit early, and then he just realized he has no bombs.
Oof, yeah, there is a way to completely skip that puzzle without doing any of the Light and Dark World stuff, but the logic does not expect that, and yeah, we still don't have bombs.
Yeah, no bombs. So,
which, yeah, this is a pretty late bombs placement at this point, because yeah, no beams. In fact, actually, I think bombs have to be in either bombs or Dark Beam have to be in Central Mining Station and Command Center, because if we don't find bombs, we can't progress through labs, and if we don't find Dark Beam, we can't check Storage B or Mine Shaft, and even then, Mine Shaft needs bombs anyway, so...
What if they get supers? Could they get supers?
Could they get supers? I don't think so.
I don't know if it's unlogic to screw attack from your ship towards the Hall of the Honored Dead, because you could totally do that really easily. And then use supers to keep going to meeting grounds. But
yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Alright, so the question is, where is Belattor going to go next? Neither of them have done the jump guarding area at all. They don't have bombs, so never mind.
They can't really. They have no bombs. They have no Dark World access.
None at all.
So yeah, as we said before, this is a very peculiar way to start this seed. Like plenty of as you mentioned before, Kirby, lots of late game progression, but really nowhere to use it on.
So what late game and mid game items are they missing? Echo Visor, 2 translators. I think that's it.
Yeah.
And Light Suit, that's it, I think.
Yeah, mid game they're looking for Boost Ball and
Boost and supers.
Their beams, yeah, and supers.
But yeah, they have like the 2/3 of all the mid-game, late-game upgrades. So
yeah, they're also missing Annihilator Beam, to be fair. But then again, they don't have any beams, so...
Yep, so there's a pirate fight that's kind of mandatory if you come in straight through the door. Every pirate takes 2 missiles to take down. Belattor using Seeker missiles to great effect.
Yeah, the pirates have about 60 HP. That looked like something non-missile tank-like in Central Mining Station. That may very well be our other ball upgrade, actually, or Grapple Beam, but Grapple Beam's kind of useless at this point.
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely useless right now. There are no grapple points in Aegon.
Yeah, Grapple Beam can be faster than screw attacking in some circumstances, but for the most part...
at this point, it's not worth going out of your way for.
Yeah.
It's convenient if you can get it within like a few seconds. I would get it if it costs like only a few seconds, but anymore, and it's not worth it.
So yeah, Belattor is electing here to get the Central Mining Station item first. He has to reload the room, otherwise, after the pirate fight before this, otherwise the key bearer in the, the turrets don't work, and the turrets don't work, and B, the, explosive containers don't work either. Something important is in this item. It is Light Beam.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
So,
and we're gonna see what Battleground has.
An expansion.
Yeah, so Battleground's dead. There is another item in Battleground, though.
Yeah. So, you know what the funny thing is? If there's nothing in Command Center, that light beam only opens up one check for us, and that's Sand Canyon.
And oh yeah, no bombs.
We have no bombs, so we can't bomb. We can't. And there's no jump ball in. There's no jump ball in GameCube Prime. So
Sand Canyon. The seed may end up forcing them to gamble on Storage D as well.
yeah, and it looks like actually Sand Canyon is exactly where Belattor is going.
And as a reminder, Storage D is the room where the vanilla Dark Beam is. And if you go there without Dark Beam from the back entrance, you're going to get stuck because you need Spider Ball to get out, or Dark Beam to get out. But you can't use the Spider Ball track to get out until you reload the room in the first place. So you kind of need Dark Beam to get out in the first place.
Yeah, and for our tournament settings, we do have point of no return items turned on, or point of no return placement turned on. So Dark Beam may very well be in Storage D. Looks like it is a Sky Temple key in Sand Canyon, which kind of good news for Belattor because that was needed anyway, and it doesn't.
That opens up the meeting grounds area completely, like no contest.
Pretty much,
no doubt. So what can they get in that area? They don't have supers, so maybe not much. You can't get Hall of Honor decks. They need Boost Ball.
There's our bombs. They're in the Command Center.
Forgot about that.
That's a bit of a nasty spot for them, because to get them, you either have to go through the sequence that Jagger's going through here and open up the blast door, or go in from the other way, which you can do with Light Beam now, but it's a bit of a walk. But yeah, luckily neither runner going to check Storage D and risking that soft lock. And there may be a few other places Dark Beam can be now that we have Morph Ball bombs. It could very well be in Sank Spider side. We have the means to check all 3 items in the Spider's Treasure neighborhood. We do have Spider Ball, we have Power Bombs, we have Dark Suit, so the energy requirements are satisfied. Oh, and actually, chat brings up a good point that Screw Attack can activate the Dark Samus 1 crystals as well. So with Screw Attack, they can technically still get out of Dark Samus 1's room after fighting her.
Looks like JaggerG's coming back.
Yeah, he's reloaded the room so he can now go get his bombs.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's actually a little easier in this fashion because now the electrical fields are down.
Yep, that's true.
They're not the most threatening, but they do deal a couple damage every other frame.
They hurt. They slow you down is the main point.
Yeah.
So yeah, looks like Bellator's going to be getting his bombs now, and JaggerG looks like he's going to be going around the pirate base now.
Yeah, there really is
there's much reason to do that.
There really is nowhere else to go at this point besides Sank Spider side, which they can very easily route in after Dark Samus 1.
Because they can't get anything by going this way except for Storage D, but you might as well go through Sand Canyon to go there.
Well, they also have bioenergy production coming up here.
Oh, that is true. They can get that.
And it also does give them a safety save spot, so...
Wouldn't be a bad time to ship warp. A lot of the game just opened up in Temple Grounds, so... Well, in general, because of bombs.
True. Although I'm trying to think specifically what opened up. Like, we could... Not much, actually, all things considering.
They can also go to the Jump Garden area now that they have bombs, so that is Dark World access. Half of it in this area. That is a key. So...
Yeah, luckily keys are unique, so they can scan the key and find out exactly what key that belongs to.
Right, and the keys are important for accessing the temple bosses, at least in Aegon and Torfus' case. You need the 3 Aegon keys to fight Morbus, and you need the 3 Torfus keys to fight Chica. The Ingheim keys are kind of a joke, because technically speaking, you can just go to Quadraxis backwards with Annihilator Beam. So it's really rare for the Ingheim keys to actually matter at all.
Or forwards through the Quadraxis if you just bomb space jump over the gate.
Yeah, you could do that. It sucks, but you could do it.
which I think that's like a normal/hard difficulty trick that might be expected, but you're not going to see that probably in this. You're definitely not going to see it in this race today. And it is an Aegon key in bioenergy production, so Jagger is electing to pick it up, which I think is a good play because generally, if you do not, my philosophy has always been, if you do not have the hint, get the key. Ooh, Belattor is actually going back to the going for Dark World through Aegon, and has actually screw attacked into the final sand trigger here. Smart use of mechanics. You can screw attack into that, and it is only the third one that counts. But yeah, now we do have some nice divergence finally coming from our runners, and it does seem like right now that Dark Aegon is the better play because it does give you two fairly close proximity items in Junction Sight and Jump Guardian. And Cash 4 is off the table until we get Dark Beam.
Not sure what Bellator is waiting for. Maybe he's just thinking about his next move, or regenerating health.
Regenerating health doesn't seem
though,
to.
So,
I was about to say, yeah, he has Dark Suit. Yeah. Meanwhile, Jagger's also going to be able to check a couple of items as well. He's going to check Storage D. I missed what that was, by the way, in Crossroads. Did you catch that?
I think it was a missile tank. I'm not sure, though. I was watching Jagger's screen.
I'm going to look at my phone playback because it's on a longer delay so I can have another look. It was a missile tank.
Okay.
Super missiles don't glow as brightly as missile tanks.
I don't think it glows at all, period.
And yeah, Jagger taking advantage of Screw Attack to lower the Crystal Switch before the Dark Samus 1 fight, just in case things don't work out. Also, hi Dark Samus, bye Dark Samus.
Yep. Did Bellator check Storage D?
No, Bellator, after getting bombs, noped out of labs and is going through the Dark Aegon checks now. So this is going to be our first look at... Jagger might not even check Storage D in the first place.
I don't think he did, but it ended up being Sonic Boom. So.
Oh wait, he did. He looked at it. Yeah, it's Sonic Boom. So yeah, just reloading the room here will give Jagger the ability to escape labs, and it looks like he's actually going to bomb Space Jump here to get the item in sand processing.
Get out of the way.
Very. Ooh.
Oof. Oof.
That was looking so good. Bellator, by the way, did get an energy tank in Trial Tunnel. Decided to go there first before fighting Jump Guardian, and there you go. That's the bomb Space Jump into an instant unscrew onto the turret debris to get to sand processing without Boost Ball.
So if you're watching Bellator's screen right now, what he's doing is damaging Jump Guardian right now, because Jump Guardian's hitbox is actually active right in front of that statue. It's invisible. And then once you start to fight, all the damage you've done to Jump Guardian will have been applied. So if he's counted his number of shots correctly, then Jump Guardian should go down in like 1 or 2 shots.
Yeah, Jump Guardian has 1100 HP, and Light Beam does a fairly significant amount of damage to Dark World creatures. I want to say it's along the lines of 50. And what is that in Reactor Core? Let's have another quick look here.
It looks like we're getting a good look at what Jump Guardian has too. That's a missile and that's a Peaceburger.
Yeah, first Powerbomb expansion of the day, I believe. I do think that is a missile, though, in the main reactor.
I missed what Bellator saw in Junction Sight, but...
I could take a quick look for you there.
He backed out, so it's probably pointless. Bad, useful, useless, whatever.
It's actually a red key.
Oh!
Which I'm actually surprised he's not getting.
Okay, well... We'll see if that bites him in the butt or not. And looks like JaggerG is going to be checking getting a missile tank or not. And now he's going to go ahead and go to the Spider's Treasure. Well,
he's going to check Sand Canyon first to get the key that Bellator got 10 minutes ago first, because it's a perfectly easy check. You might as well. But no, Spider's Treasure definitely sounds like I think it actually is the play right now.
I guess not.
Oh, we appear to have partial restoration of the our equipment here.
Oh, woo! Everything's back. We live.
All right, so yeah, we're all good now, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you for your patience as we got that all sorted out. We've got audio, we've got a clean commentary stream. We are good to continue.
All right, and I guess I'll open up my own commentary stream with less delay.
We also finally get our first look at the Aegon energy controller, and it starts out with just a missile tank. Because yeah, this wasn't checked yet, but it looks like the Dark Aegon play was not fruitful. So yeah, Spider's Treasure, I think, is our progression now.
I don't think we know what's an Aegon energy controller yet, though.
Well, Jagger just checked
we
it
just
was a
missed it.
missile tank.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's only 1 out of 2 checks. We're not going to be able to look at hints. We have been surprisingly devoid of translators this seed as well. We've only had like the usual quick violet, and that's it.
Yeah. Personally, if I were in their shoes, I would check Spider's Treasure and then see if I can route in a ship warp while getting as many checks as possible in the sanctuary area, if possible. And because then I can start going to meeting grounds and start getting the violet hints there and in Path of Eyes. But
yeah,
each their own.
Now, if Boost Ball shows up here, I would not be surprised to see a quick. Well, actually, we have no Echo Visor. If Boost Ball and Echo Visor both show up, I wouldn't be surprised to see either of our runners route in Hive Gyro Chamber really quick. And Dark Beam as well, because they still need to get up Cat East.
So yeah, this is what we call the Spider's Treasure because, as Captain mentioned, it's very easy to access this area relatively early in the seed, and the randomizer likes to put something in these 3 item locations. That's important.
Case in point, I believe that is our Dark Beam. In fact, it is.
Yeah, there's our Dark Beam. So to get this item, you normally have to do a series of crazy spider ball bomb jump puzzles to navigate around the room, but with a quick instant morph into clinging to the ceiling, you can just skip all of it.
Yeah, and to clarify with chat, Belattor does not indeed not have any Aegon keys right now because he passed up the one in Junction Site and he did not go to bioenergy production. So yeah, Belattor has no red keys at this time.
And
Jagger
right
has 2.
Jagger has
the
majority of Sanctuary open. So he has Spider Ball, he has both beams. You can check a lot of it. He doesn't have Boost Ball, which does hurt, but there's a lot of options he has now.
Very true. So we're gonna get a Hazing Cliff check here. Fun thing about Cliff, this Dark Metroid over here, we like to call him. If you just fall off a...
Ooh.
Oh, is that...
that is
it's
so
Cobalt.
convenient, because now they're in the area with Cobalt hints.
That is convenient and terrifying because that opens up Spider Guardian.
They don't have Boost Ball yet, so technically not yet.
Right, but there's a couple spots it could be. Also, again, hi Dark Samus, bye Dark Samus.
And Bellator's going to be getting his look at Sonic Boom. The path that JaggerG is taking is kind of convenient because you can open a portal from the dark side, from the dark world version of this room, and then that allows you to use the portal to go back and forth. Because normally on the light side, it's locked behind a wall. So it's a convenient shortcut to make. To open up.
Whoa. Apparently he terminal falled outside the, okay, camera.
Oh, well, interesting. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you Echoes.
It's Echoes. So right now, we're in Dynamo Works on JaggerG's end, and we can get a look at 2 items. One is the hint for the item in High Dynamo Works, which is a charge combo. That's
could
scary.
Be our super missiles.
And what? I think that was Echo Visor?
That looked like a visor upgrade. I'm going to confirm.
That's Echo, I think.
I am going to confirm on the playback really quick.
Oof.
But yeah, Spider Guardian, I mean, given that we already had the equipment, and yeah, that is indeed a visor upgrade, and I think it is Echo, because it didn't seem like it was glowing with an amber or green border, which the translators do show.
So their top priority now is to find Boost Ball so that they can fight Spider Guardian and get all 3 items locked behind Spider Guardian, 2 of which is potentially a charge combo and also Echo Visor. And by the way, if a hint tells you that there's a charge combo in a certain location, that may mean super missiles, which is very important. And we already know it can't be Sonic Boom or Sunburst.
Yeah, at least I think it was Sunburst in Mining Station A.
I think it was Sunburst.
Well, they could get it now if they really wanted to because they have Spider Ball and Power Bombs. So I think our next port of call for JaggerG is going to be the watch station checks. And actually, with all of his equipment, he can not only check the item in watch station and Central Area Transport West, but he can check both of the items in Aerial Training Site. Since he has Screw Attack, he can Screw Attack up the walls near the portal, and since he has Screw Attack, he can also cheese the other item near the Dark Central Area Transport West elevator by just scanning some very conveniently placed gaps in the force field to scan the terminal. What is this opening start to the seed? Also, yeah, by the way, Screw Attack works on the rubble.
I don't know. Seed is janky. Janky SF.
Yeah, for a conventional tournament setting seed, there have been a lot of unconventional design choices for this one. I mean, the early Spider's Treasure play is kind of expected nowadays with the tournament settings, but even still. And the funny thing is, we're still discovering stuff at a pretty comfortable pace.
Wait, what was that? What was that?
That is something important.
And yeah, JaggerG's out of missiles. Oh, ooh. It's a key.
Another red key, which he can get a quick scan of to get a peek at.
All right, junk.
Yep.
Right, Belattor is finally checking out the Spider's Treasure, so he's going to be getting Dark Beam soon.
Although this is kind of a... Well, actually, Jagger has Screw Attack, so never mind. Oh, but it kind of malfunctioned on him and he fell.
If you fall down here, grapple. This is one of those spots where Grapple Beam's kind of nice.
Yes. But yeah, he still has Screw Attack, so he can still get out of here. I thought for a second, oh, wait a minute, he doesn't have Boost Ball. This could be a problem, but he has Screw Attack.
Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised if Boost Ball is in the Sank energy controller while we're at it here. Just let the train keep on rolling here. We do know, chat, that Quadraxis does not have Annihilator Beam. We know Quadraxis is a missile tank.
Mm-hmm. So Ing-High Keys are absolutely useless. And like, even if Annihilator Beam, even if they have to get Umos's item, which is a vanilla light suit, they have to have Annihilator Beam anyways to get the energy behind Quadraxis.
Yes.
So the Ing-High Keys are absolutely useless.
And actually, because our runners didn't agree to not go out of bounds, they won't be doing quad skip. A missile system is at GFMC compound.
Oh.
That is actually our super missiles.
Oh, wait. Could that mean the missile launcher, though?
No, we already got the missile launch. Oh, wait, you're right. We had the vanilla missile launcher at GFMC. You're right.
See, I don't know. I still would prioritize Spider Guardian if I had the choice, but they don't have Boost Ball, so.
Chad also clarifies that super missiles are not a missile system anyway. They're a charge combo. So yeah, never mind. That hint has already been satisfied. So yeah, thanks, game.
Thanks, game. Yeah, so Bellator is kind of following in JaggerG's footsteps right now. He's kind of taking the same path. Not that I blame him.
There really is no other good path to take at this point. We can't get to Torvis without Boost Ball or Super Missiles. Actually, no, we can't. We don't have Amber Translator either, so we can't go through the intended front door, like do the Hall of Eyes puzzle. We could do that with Dark Suit, but we don't have Amber Translator to get or Super Missiles to get into either of those doors. So fascinating. Yeah, Jagger's been taking a few minutes just to try and I guess figure out where to go next because yeah, this is a very puzzling seed.
It is. Well, thankfully, in Watch Station, there's another hint that you can get, so you might get some more intel if he remembers. And looks like he does.
Oh, and apparently Jagger didn't scan the Cobalt hint in the power bomb is an Aegon. Thanks, game. I don't think Jagger scanned the hint in Hall of Combat Mastery, which confirms that Chica is dead. It only has a missile tank.
Oh, I missed that. Did Bellator scan it? Because I missed that hint. Oh, all right. Bellator's just kind of pausing there, being like, "Are you serious?" And he's gonna see Echo Visor. Yep.
And yeah, that's a much better view. That is definitely Echo Visor.
Nice. Did a series of tricks to skip all the spider tracks in order to open up the portal, and also skip half the puzzle to get the item in the top of Watch Station. Saves a lot of time.
Yeah, it's plays like these that are the reason that these two runners are 3-1 in this tournament. Oh my!
There is an Annihilator beam. That opens up not very much because they already have 2 beams and no Echo Visor.
So we've gone from no beams and looking for Morph Ball bombs in about 20 minutes to all beams, and we're looking for Boost Ball for super missiles. We're actually like dangerously close to being able to check literally everything.
Yeah, they are.
Because once we get Boost Ball and what we assume is going to be super missiles in the from Spider Guardian, the only other thing left, and we know where Light Suit is too. It's in Grand Wind Chamber, which once we get Boost Ball, we'll be able to pick up by logic. The only thing left that might hinder us is the translators and Gravity Boost. That's it.
And Gravity Boost might not even be needed.
I would not be surprised after we do get our super missiles, assuming that it is even super missiles in. For all we know, super missiles could be in Sentinel's path after we pick up Echo Visor.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, charge combo doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a super. It's
yeah,
likely, but not strictly 100%.
Yeah, it's 50-50 right now if it's super missiles or Dark Burst.
Yep, looks like Jagger is going through the main research area. There is another hint down here. And 3 items on the way.
Yeah, several items. This one, main research, transit station.
And the big room. I forgot what it's called.
Reactor core.
Yeah, there we go. Uh-oh.
That's our Boost Ball.
That's Gravity Boost.
Sorry, it looked like Boost Ball for a second.
I don't blame you. They have like a similar coloring. Still nice, but they can't access Torvis at all, so...
Yeah, I mean,
right now.
This is one of those cases where I would still get it just in case.
I would still get it, yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty major item anyway.
So like 99% of Torvis is pretty much open to them once they get Amber Translator and or Boost Ball. Oh.
Ooh, Quad's almost given JaggerG a little bit of a tickle there, but...
This is why having 1 E-Tank scary.
Inghive Key 3 is in...
Temple Access, we know that.
Okay. Thanks, game.
Yep.
Oh, is that another upgrade? Oh no, it's another key.
It's an Aegon key, all the way back here. You usually see all 3 Aegon keys in, well, Aegon. We don't know what a Morbus has, so we might need it, and JaggerG is going to go ahead and grab it.
Yeah, with even without Screw Attack, without that slope jump Screw Attack, this item's perfectly in logic anyway, with just Power Bombs and Spider Ball.
Bellator just got the hint for the missile system in GFMC. Poor guy.
We're going to get a reactor core check here now.
Yep.
If you could believe it, I had a Dark Beam Go mode here in one of the weeklies.
Oh my god.
Or was it during a weekly, or was it a practice seed? I think it actually was a practice seed.
Wait, Light Suit's open. Light Suit's in logic. So yeah, Boost Ball might be behind the Light Suit check.
Wait, Light Suit needs Boost Ball by logic, doesn't it?
I lied. Never mind.
The translators, and something else could be behind it still, but yeah, I think we're still looking for. So yeah, this pretty much actually completes Jagger's loop around Sanctuary, which it did give him good intelligence and
gravity
beam, but
boost.
that's it.
Spider Guardian items. We know where Echo Visor is. He got gravity boost and he got Annihilator.
You know where progression could be now? In Cache 2.
That one is which?
The Annihilator beam check in Vanilla Sonic Boom.
Oh, yeah, that's in logic. So yeah, now it looks like Bellator is going to be doing the same trick to skip the spider tracks and watch station. Meanwhile, JaggerG is going to go ahead and check the hint in. Was that an STK? I think that was an STK.
Yes, which is actually a really good spot because that could very easily be just your key 9.
Yeah, that STK is like right by the last area anyway, so it's practically a free key if you have Dark Visor already.
Even better if War Ritual Grounds can be your key 8.
Oof, that would be nice.
Looks like a missile tank in Hall of Honor dead, so no need for that. Nice instant morph to get back into that tunnel. This is actually
that one's annoying.
Yeah, and actually this is throwing Jagger out to the actually he doesn't have boost ball. He's not going to be able to make it across.
He was close.
Oh, very close.
He's going to go for it again. I feel like he wouldn't. It costs way too much time.
Yeah, and again, it's out of logic, so more than likely, actually, Torvis probably doesn't have any progression at this point, since we still don't technically have a logical way to get there. Now, a bit of a weird technical snafu. You notice Jagger still had to scan the translator door, but it was green. Because Jagger went into Hive Chamber A before the door went all the way down, the door goes back up if it's not all the way down. But just scanning it with a quick tap brings it back down again, so... Again, a little weird...
Oh, keep going.
I was just going to say it's a weird little programming snafu.
Yeah, when I scan that gate, I usually wait until it's around halfway down before I jump down into the Hive Chamber area.
Gonna get a Plane of Dark Worship check as well from JaggerG here. This should be a pretty free one, given his current equipment.
There are 2 checks in this area, but one of them we already got a hint for, which is a Cursed Lake, and there is nothing useful there. So, we're gonna see what's in this area.
I'm sorry, I gotta Google for a second, because a missile just blew right by Bellator on his way when he was near the vault door, because it got reflected by the res bit.
Oh, I missed it. Alright. Cheeseburger. There could be worse items.
Shoutouts to there being a suit in there.
Oh, yeah. Like, they're still running around with 1-2 E-tanks. So, it is very easy for someone to die. Because enemies in this game hit you really hard, especially in Sanctuary.
Yeah, those res bits, when they're firing their pulse blast attack, that does 20 damage per hit, and it fires once per second.
I think it's 30, actually. I could be wrong, though.
It is 20.
Okay.
But it fires once per second, so yeah, it still hurts.
And again, Dark Suit and Light Suit do not give you additional armor against actual damage.
So yeah, Bellator sees that aerial training site is garbage and does elect to not... You know what's actually crazy right now? We could technically check the Umos 2 item. We have the ability to defeat Quad and return the... Well, actually, no. Logically, I think you need Boost Ball. I take it back. Because you can't boost onto Quad's head without...
oh, yeah.
You got to boost onto Quad's head at the end.
So it looks like JaggerG
I take that back.
Go ahead and do the 3 BSG he was trying to do before, except this time he actually has bombs. So this is out of logic, but either way, getting Light Suit early is always really nice. It's the kind of item that like just lets you skip a lot of one-item detours, and also just is very nice in the Dark World because it gives you immunity to extra damage.
Not only that was a flawless BSJ, by the way. Not only that, it'll allow him to check Fortress area transport access.
Yeah, And it's right there. Sanctuary entrance wouldn't be a bad play right now, honestly.
It wouldn't, except you logically still need boost ball.
You're right. Never mind.
Yeah, no, and not having boost ball by this point is really messing around with a lot of routing options.
Oh. All right. Got to be careful. These turrets hurt. Really
yeah, they do the same damage, 20 per hit.
Like, you definitely want to kill them before taking the light beam, because when you take the light beam down, then they're just going to keep hitting you before you have any time to do it.
And Jagger's probably saying to himself, "Oh, thank God, an energy tank."
Oh, 2 energy tanks, better than 1.
Yeah, like if I were on Variosuit at this point, I had supers, I'd actually go check my Sky Temple key hints, but oh, you know what else we could check right now? Phazon Grounds is a good
Phazon Grounds is open. Nice
valid check. Technically, we only needed Dark Visor and Dragon Light Beams for this, but Light Suit and Screw Attack is just an added bonus. Oh, we did need a can swing, as I like to call it. In Super Metroid, they call like bombs or space jump can flies for like getting to any vertical height, but I like to call them can swings in Prime 2.
Nice. There is another item they could have gotten, but it requires Echo Visor and Annihilator. And unfortunately, you can't see what it is through the gate, so can't even check it. I think that's a cheeseburger.
Looks like it.
Yep. Powerbomb expansions are nice to have. They're not as useful as they are in other Metroid games, simply because of how the drop system works. Since, again, if you're at 0 powerbombs, then in most cases the game has an 80% chance of giving you a powerbomb drop anyways. But it's still nice.
Yeah, especially right at the end of the game. The at least 3 or 4 power bombs are ideal for taking on Emperor 2.
Mm-hmm. Because you're not going to get refills in the middle of that fight. Belattor grabbing his gravity boost.
Yeah, Emperor 2 can drop power bombs, but it's not particularly common.
All right. Question is, where to next?
I gotta be honest with you. I think. I'm sorry. Say again.
Back to Aegon, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you, because we can now do the entirety of Dark Labs. JaggerG can even throw in Feeding Pit as an added bonus.
I don't think they checked Battleground.
They did not check Battleground.
They didn't have Dark Beam at the time, so.
Incash 4 was also not an option at the time due to lack of Dark Beam. So yeah, there's as we mentioned before, Incash 2 is good with Annihilator and Screw Attack.
Yeah, that's a really good play to make. They can full clear that area, well, with one exception, but.
Yeah. Although Jagger might go fight Jump Guardian first because he has not done so already.
Oh yeah, he hasn't. I forgot about that. That's why Bellator's quote behind, partially, because killing Jump Guardian takes quite a bit of time.
Yeah, although he's also going out of his way here to lower the gates here. He's actually going back directly to Aegon. He's actually skipping out on Light Suit for now. Granted, again, it's out of logic, but even still. But yeah, he's actually going to take this path to just zip through Hall of Combat Mastery to get back to Aegon that way. So we're actually going to see our runners hit Aegon about the same time.
And depending on what's in Aegon, Bellator might get a significant advantage over JaggerG.
It's going to depend, really, I think it depends on which Incash has the progression at this point, because we can now check all 3 of the item-containing Incaches.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can check 4 with Dark Beam, we can check 1 with Dark and Light Beam, we can check 2 with Annihilator and Screw Attack.
So yeah, Bellator sort of has an time advantage since he didn't go back to Tumble Grounds to explore it as much as JaggerG, and it wasn't a super fruitful backtrack for JaggerG, but JaggerG does have Light Suit.
Yeah, both runners have actually been routing their seeds pretty well, all things considering. Like, they're both pretty much neck and neck in terms of keys, gear, and the only exception being Light Suit.
This is a very janky seed.
Absolutely. Constantly moving and definitely interesting to look at, but janky. Now that's a satisfying power bomb if I ever saw one. So it does look like JaggerG's, or Bellator rather's first call is going to be... Oh, he's going to go... Where is he go? Oh, he's going to check Storage B. Because he has Dark Beam now. By the way, shoutouts to Super Missiles being in Feeding Pit and Saturday's Weekly last week. Ooh, a Sky Temple key locked by Dark Beam. I would wager, though, that Jagger is going to get that. At some point or another, because he's going to go do this. Basically, I feel like they're both going to kind of high-five each other once they finish their first wing of Aegon checks, unless Super Missiles show up and one of them can integrate Warrior's Walk. Interestingly, though, despite all we have seen, we have only seen 3 Sky Temple keys. We do have knowledge of another one from one of the Defiled Shrine, which is a great last key. Which is a great last key, but that's still only knowledge of 4 keys. And we're dangerously close to being able to fight a Morbus too. Just one more red key.
A Morbus this late.
Yeah, to be fair, a Morbus this late is pretty trivial, because you have Light Beam. Really, just having Light Beam trivializes a Morbus for the most part.
So, if I might butt in here, one minor thing that Bellator couldn't do in this room was check the item in Feeding Pit, because there's some Dark Water in there, but you need Light Suit to check the item underneath there. So whenever JaggerG comes to this area, he's going to be able to full clear this, whereas Bellator will have to come back here if something happens to be in Feeding Pit.
Yeah, JaggerG not finding anything in Cache 4 rather, besides a missile tank.
Oh, we're about to see what this is. Bellator didn't get this.
That is correct. This may very well be the last Aegon key.
It's an Aegon key.
And it is.
It is. So JaggerG can go fight a Morbus right now. Honestly, I probably would.
I would too, because
long fight.
The other checks in Aegon aren't exactly... Well, the labs checks aren't that bad, but they're kind of out of the way without Super Missiles.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually just realized Jagger has also not been to Trial Tunnel yet to get the energy tank, so Jagger's also...
That'll be
Jagger
nice.
and Bellator are now going to both be very comfortably sitting at 3 energy tanks. I would say usually when you're at 3 tanks Dark Suit, you're probably pretty comfortable.
In terms of traversing the Dark World, yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
And for these runners especially, where logic is literally just a suggestion to them, but yeah, our runners have been they have been demonstrating some pretty top tier gameplay so far today.
So Bellator's going to go ahead and check what, in Cache 3?
This is 2 rather, excuse me.
2, okay.
3 is the ammo recharge station outside of Dark Oasis.
Interesting. And 4 is Vanilla Light Suit. Okay.
4 is Dark Beam. 4 is the Dark Beam lock in South Aegon.
Oh yeah, you're right.
2 is Vanilla Sonic Boom. 1 is Vanilla Light Beam.
And he will gladly take that energy tank. So what's here in Incash 2? Junk.
Wow, it might actually be that a Morbus has our boost ball.
Could be supers.
It could be, in which
Unlikely.
case at least yeah, 50-50 at this point. I'm gonna laugh if it is super missiles. Jagger electing to go for Seeker missile strats on Morbus here.
It's really easy on the first round because it saves you light ammo. So I definitely wouldn't use Seekers on the second and third rounds, though, if you have enough light ammo for that.
Yeah, it takes way too long to charge. Usually 60 light ammo is good for a Morbus, but seeing as phase 1 is already down, that's 10 shots Jagger doesn't need to burn, and it looks like Bellator is safe warping.
Probably the meeting grounds area? That is open for him. keep telling people to learn to use Seekers on the Morbus. I'm glad people are following my example.
To be fair, Seekers gives you a good idea of where the guy's going to pop out of.
Yeah, that also helps.
Yeah, I can totally agree with you on Seekers.
I mean, of course, Light Beam and Supers are definitely preferable, but it's still something.
Yeah, I think in his plated state, a Morbus has 150 HP, which...
It's exactly 5 missiles, so...
Yeah.
Yep. One full set of Seekers is exactly enough.
Yeah, Jagger nails the one cycle, though. There is a quick kill you can get during Phase 2 if you manage to get into the second Morbus mouth while the other one... and bomb it while the other one is still attached to the sphere in its escape animation, but that's kind of difficult without Boost Ball. Not to mention, if you do it on Phase 3, you soft lock, so... But yeah, Jagger...
Bellator's about to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah, Jagger making absolute mincemeat out of a Morbus here. And Bellator sides, I'm not hungry.
Yeah, eating out, and honestly, that saves quite a bit of time, because it takes a lot of
Morbus had
okay! Not what we were looking for, but... yeah, have to do it eventually.
That is huge. That is a big plus for JaggerG right there, because remember, Bellator skipped that key injunction site. He does not have all 3 Aegon keys. Also, +1 on Morbus for my tally.
Yeah, +1 on Morbus.
What's even left at this point? Question from our tracker, Gollop and chat. By the way,
Mining Station B area.
Yes,
They have
Mining
not gotten
Station B is a good check. Although, only Storage A can logically be checked. We still don't have Boost Ball.
Mineshaft. They don't have Mineshaft.
Oh, yes.
I don't think they ever checked it, because Dark Beam, they never had Dark Beam in that area.
Oh, Bellator is also actually going to give us our first look at the item on the ship, too, because we haven't seen this yet. It is a light tank.
We take those. And where's Bellator going to go next? Wind
He
Chamber?
might, yeah, he might be routing in Light Suit with a bomb.
Maybe not.
Or not, yep. Having a little bit of indecision, but yeah, I think I have to agree with your assessment. I think Mining Station B is our next pit stop.
So yeah, there are 3 checks in that area, 2 of which are in logic right now. The 3rd one requires Boost Ball, but if you know how to do a 3 BSJ or a BSJ into a screw attack, then it's really easy to get.
yeah, Mineshaft. I was about to say we can't read the Mining Station B hint, which was what I thought was the 3rd check, but no, that would be a 4th check.
Well, I'm not sure where Jagger's going at this point.
Well, he hasn't done the back end of Pirate Labs yet, so he hasn't checked Feeding Pit, so he's going to do that first.
Bellator did. I'm mixing them up.
That actually works out too, because then he can just leave via Dark Samus 1's Light Portal and just go straight to the Aegon Temple to go do Mineshaft and Mining Station B.
It is very easy to remember the Feeding Pit item, because usually when you go there, it's early game and you're not going to have Light Suit. So it's very easy just to forget there's an item in there.
Also,
for me personally.
Also, that Dark Metroid before Phazon Grounds totally just SD'd on that door.
Yeah, doors. Right. Metroid's worst enemy.
For all you Smash Bros. Fans at home. Feeding Pit has a energy tank.
We take those.
Absolutely. Especially considering how quick that one is. So, Light Suit checks that we know of so far not panning out for JaggerG.
Which ones do we know about? The elevator transport, which is junk, and this one, which was junk. Well, not junk, it was an E-tank.
We could also check, we could still also check Sank Map Station and...
Ooh, Hive Entrance.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Open. Bellator is using some Seekers. I guess he's going to go for the 3 BSJ for Light Suit.
Yeah, he's probably going to go for it. Oh, Jagger has stopped for a minute. He might be, he's probably thinking this through.
Mining Station B. Come on, Mining Station B. So,
yeah,
excluding
that,
game is
the...
What else is there?
Yeah, the Mining Station B area.
Yeah, High Ventures is technically out of logic because you can only have Light Suit if you already have Boost Ball.
Yeah, he can check it, but it's out of logic until he finds Boost Ball.
Nothing in Torvis is open. War Whistle Grounds should be open. We could have Boost Ball there.
No, we don't have Super Missiles. We can't check War Whistle Grounds yet.
You're right. It might have to just go for Spider Guard.
Jagger may have
Guardian.
Jagger may have had to take a bathroom break.
I wouldn't blame him. The seat sucks.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in the IRC though, so I don't know if it might just be a bathroom break. If it was something like in an emergency, he would have said something.
Bellator's gonna go ahead and check the Light Beam item. Be a little disappointed, but hey. Is there anything in Sanctuary they could get at this point?
Not really. Because we checked, besides Sank Map Station, that's about it. Which Bellator might go grab real quick. Oh no, he doesn't have Boost Ball. He still can't get through the front door. Never mind.
This has been the Boost Ball appreciation seed.
Yeah.
Even ignoring how much it speeds up your movement. Did Bellator check Battleground?
He did not, actually. And it's just a Dark Tank, though, it would appear, so... Hashtag nope.
Quadraxis is dead. Amorbus has an STK. We don't know what Chica has. We don't know what Umos has.
Yeah, we're still waiting on Umos, too. And even then, our runners cannot quad skip today since they both have agreed to not go out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we know Chica and Quad themselves are both dead. Yes, Chica's dead.
Okay.
Bellator picked it up. The hint was in...
Hollow Combat Mastery?
Also, yeah, a little bit of... Yeah. Also, a little bit of comedy there from JaggerG. If you Annihilator Beam that particular safe zone crystal, the Warrior Ink gets stuck on the dead pirate body and actually doesn't make it to the light field. That can also happen in Battleground as well. The two Warrior Ink may collide with each other and not make it to the light field, in which case you gotta kind of give them a little push.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't think of anything. I think it has to be Mining Station B or Mining Shaft.
It's got to be Mine Shaft or Storage A at this point, unless of course Storage B just so happens to, or Storage A or Mine Shaft just so happen to contain Boost Ball. I'm gonna be even more puzzled if we've got like progression in Mining Station B and no Boost Ball here. But I don't even think that's possible at this point.
It could be a translator.
Could be Amber. Because, yeah, Amber's the only translator that actually matters at this point, because Emerald would be nice, but it doesn't unlock anything that we can get to. Because we still don't have Boost Ball to get to the Torvis elevator. And Emerald doesn't... The thing is, for Temple Grounds, Emerald doesn't do anything for the GFMC door, which was intended to be an Emerald gate, but since you come there so late, it's coded as a Violet gate anyway. And we are playing with the, like, vanilla translator settings, so those doors are expected to, in Temple Grounds, are pretty much always Violet doors.
All right. The question is, where next? Where to next?
Interestingly, Jagger is not going towards the Aegon Temple. No. I am... Oh, he's checking Storage B real quick because he didn't check that earlier. He's going to get the STK there. So yeah, this seed's going to take me a few minutes to profile if it turns out Boost Ball is or Super Missiles are in Mining Station B in that neighborhood. Although, to be fair... Mining Station B, that neighborhood has been open for a really long time, all things considering.
It's been open for a while.
Because, yeah,
all you... Hollow Combat Mastery, it's been open.
Yeah, and that was well over 20 minutes ago, so... Alright, so it looks like Bellator is on his way to Junction Site and in Cache 4. He's probably going to pick up that other key and actually follow in Jagger's footsteps a little bit here.
Mm-hmm. Which will pay off, because, you know, there's an STK there. We're at the point where they're really running out of options, and you have to check every bit you can.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I remember a couple of weeklies where I just had no idea, so I actually went out of my way to get Cobalt Translator and start reading hints.
No, go back! Go back! No!
Oh, you know what he's
Jagger?
gonna do? He's gonna quickly run and check A, Hive entrance, and B, Sank map station.
But Light Suit's out of logic. No!
He might be thinking that at least it might get him an STK that he doesn't have to go back for. But yep, that is Bellator's third Aegon key, and his next up very likely is going to be a Morbus.
Well, he's not going to Hive. Oh, he's getting.
Oh, he's checking the hint too.
Okay,
and that's
so
where he, which is a good hint to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Although we haven't even seen a Torvis key yet, and yep, there's the portal activation. He's going for Hive entrance.
We know the location of 2 Hive keys, I think, which are useless anyway.
Yes, we know about the one in the fortress, the Sank temple access, and we know another one. I just can't remember where it is.
Yep, no reason for Torvis keys if no Torvis access.
Yeah, no Torvis access, and they're not even needed. Chick is dead anyway.
Yeah. Right, so this is one of the more annoying items to get. You need Light Suit and Power Bombs and Screw Attack to get the Hive entrance item, which is what JaggerG is going for, and you need to make like a 7-8 room detour for it, and then go back those same 7-8 rooms.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no magic mirror in this game, so you can't just instantly go to the appropriate room in the light world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, in the randomizer, we do have the not for the tournament, obviously, but we do have the menu mod, which can allow you to just warp to any room in the game. But yeah, our runners are not using that for this tournament.
If I were to gamble on Hive entrance, I would try to route in a ship warp because
this tournament,
it would be like a really easy way to get out of this really long detour and save a bit of time. Because the save station is right at the very bottom of the main room.
Pretty much.
Nope. Did not pay off.
Yeah, that's pretty
surprised.
likely, unfortunately, given how given that Light Suit, as you mentioned before, is out of logic. It's either going to be 5 missiles or an STK at this point. Because yeah, Boost Ball and Super Missiles are literally well, actually no, Boost Ball is literally our only. Boost Ball and Translators are our only question marks left as far as progression this seed.
Yep. Belattor handling a Morbus like a pro.
Well, to clarify with chat, we do know we have a 50-50 guesstimate of where supers are because they're in Hive. Something is in Hive Dynamo Works,
but it could be Dark Burst.
But it could be Dark Burst.
We just know there's a charge combo.
Yeah. And I'm sure Bellator is very happy to see that key. And all things considering, he was able to route in that Aegon key pretty well.
Oh, God. Torv's energy controller is not open because they need boost for core access.
Yeah, so Boost Ball can't be there.
Mm-mm.
Super Missiles can, though.
Yeah, Super Missiles and Torv's energy. That was fun.
Yeah, just to... that's basically the ultimate pedestal seed right there, because for any of you Link to the Past fans at home, because in order to get to Sank Energy, or not Sank, Torvus Energy Controller without Super Missiles, you need to do everything for Umos 2 and have Light Suit.
You do not need Light Suit for the teleporter.
Oh, you don't need Light Suit, okay.
Nope.
So basically, you bet it's basically the same as Umos 2.
It's basically Umos, yeah. It sucks. Well, I don't know what he's doing.
He's probably going to save warp, actually, because this is the closest save station. He might also be thinking about lower Torvus going around.
No boost ball, so you can't do the statue skip.
Oh, well, he has no boost ball here either, so he can't go check Airy.
Nope, no Airy. No
Echo
Visor.
We know where Echo Visor is anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very puzzled by this play here.
Oh, Bellator might be going to mining station B.
I think he's
I
going.
think he's going there.
Yeah, he pretty much has to. That's the only check you can make at this point. I think Jagger is actually legitimately confused yet.
I think he just forgot about
confused
mining station
now.
B.
Yeah, I think he did too.
If he remembered, then he definitely would have gotten it a while ago because he passed by the temple like 3 times.
All right, mine shaft is
The translator. That's a translator.
Yeah, translator. Although it's not amber.
It isn't amber.
So it's kind of the one translator that doesn't really help us. Although I need to take another look at that, but that might have actually been Echo Visor.
I thought
Indeed,
oh yeah, that is Echo Visor. Okay.
Oh, and Bellator got physics blocked by the terrain.
I swear the Dynamo Works item was Echo Visor, but
Well,
neither of us got a really good look at it. So
well, if that's the case, then I think it's a safe bet that the that whatever is in it's probably Emerald Translator in it's probably Emerald then in
if it was Amber, it'd be a lot more obvious.
Dynamo Works. Yeah, Amber's really
orange.
obvious. But yeah, Echo Visor. So that puts Sentinel's Path into logic.
That puts all of the Echo Locks into logic.
Oh yeah, so we could.
That's a huge find.
So if only we had Boost Ball, then we could go check Airy.
Putrid Path is also open. Yeah,
oh
this
yes,
is gonna put Bellator pretty far ahead. This is a huge find.
Yeah, I didn't see what get the best view of what was actually in Mining Station B, but that is another Sky Temple key in Storage A.
Another one.
So that is now 5 keys on Bellator's side, I think.
It looks like he's not getting it. I did not see what it was.
It must have been regular missiles.
Probably. Like, he knows how to BSJ, so he probably would have gotten it.
Yeah, both of these runners have demonstrated they're pretty competent when it comes to like advanced tricks, especially since they're both running with an out of logic light suit.
All right, so where to next? There are no Echo Locks that we don't know of in Aegon. There's like only one Echo Lock, which is junk. So really, I would just go to Sanctuary. It's right. The elevator is really close. You might as well go there.
Yeah, it's actually a shame that Jagger was right in the neighborhood too, but he didn't have Echo. If he had gone through with Echo Visor, he would have been able to check main gyro. He would have been able to check not Airy. Sorry, that one keeps popping in. He would have been able to check Sentinel's Path, and yeah, those are the only 2 major checks that would actually. Those are really the only 2 major checks that opens: Sentinel's Path and
yeah,
Sentinel's Path and main gyro.
The Hive Gyro Chamber is not open because that needs Boost Ball.
Yeah, I think Jagger is like confused now. He's going through all of his hints, trying to figure something out.
Open the map! Open the map! So another quality of life to feature in the randomizer is that when you open the map, you can see white dots in all locations, every item location that you have not collected yet. Which was kind of a thing in Corruption. Vanilla Corruption, but kind of carried over into this randomizer.
Yeah, shoutouts to Corruption basically being the start of making 100% in Metroid games really easy.
Yeah.
Well, not really easy, but at least a lot more feasible. Because, yeah, I think Other M had dots for items, too, and then Samus Returns, you could just use bookmarks.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I think Jagger, he went to go up Fortress, not Fortress, Temple Transport Violet for a second, but then went right back down. I think, and he's still going nowhere near the Aegon elevator. Yeah, this is actually really unfortunate for JaggerG. Because, yeah, this was, and now we're going to actually get to see the item here in the main gyro chamber. If this is super missiles again, Bellator is going to be very annoyed, I can assure you. Oh wait, super missiles weren't in here in the weekly. They were in here.
It's a key, so it's
which
kind of
is
pointless.
useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need any more red keys at this point.
All right, Sentinel's Path. What have you got?
Yeah, that's it. Sentinel's Path is the only logical check we have left, and
In Sanctuary,
I think,
at least.
yeah. Well, I think it's the only logical check we have in general.
Putrid Path.
Oh yes.
That one's open. But yeah, that's it.
That's a disgusting spot either
not
way.
Putrid Path. Profane Path. That's yeah. Thank you.
Even still, that's terrible.
Yeah, it sucks.
Okay, so yeah, Jagger's heading back towards the Aegon elevator.
He's going in the right direction. Usually if I get lost like this, I always just open up the map because it's really easy just to forget a group of checks and overlook it.
Yeah, and the nice thing about this being no tricks is that you know exactly what's required for what.
Mm-hmm.
Or like you know that what the basic requirements are most likely, so it's much less of an issue, and that is also not helpful.
Time for Profane Path.
Oh no.
Belattor is so confused right now. I'm pretty sure he's confused.
I know exactly what the game is asking you to do. Something is on Umos too.
You need boost ball.
Oh wait, yeah, we do. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's been like the trend, the pattern in this seed. You need boost ball.
Yeah,
profane. Oh, yeah, now he's confused.
Dollop is saying Profane Path. Yeah, it has to be Profane Path.
He is so confused, and I do not blame him.
But if Profane Path has boost ball, it is entirely possible supers are on Umos too.
Hmm. Well, he hasn't checked Hall of Honor Dead, but again, that's out of logic. Well, he can't get it because no boost ball.
And even then, we have seen it.
Okay, so he did take a look at Sky Temple's grounds map at least, so he might be going in that direction. Maybe.
Man, I mean, I know the path is profane, but I think we might be, I think our runners might be saying a few profane things in their heads right now.
Nah, I wouldn't blame them. I would too.
Yeah, Belattor is... Yeah, Belattor is realizing he can't do quad without boost ball. Anyway, I'm gonna laugh even harder if the item Profane Path is Amber Translator.
Oh my god. And then they have to come all the way back to Mining Station A to get the item behind Amber Translator Gate. Or, yeah that would be the biggest bait, because why would you go there when Torvis just opened?
Because that is true. Amber opens up Torvis.
Does it? They need... Yeah, no,
yes.
it does. They don't need supers.
Yeah, they don't need supers, and yeah, Jagger sees Echo. So yeah, Jagger's gonna realize he done missed an important check.
Yeah, this is a check that you kind of want to check early on because it requires very few items, just Dark Beam and bombs. You don't even need bombs to see what it is. So
yeah. But
you
yeah, that's just yeah, now Jagger's at least finally back on track here. Now the next $1 million question is he going to go to Sank first or save warp to run to Profane Path?
If he goes to Profane Path first, then he's going to catch up quite a bit. Because the visit to Sanctuary costs a lot of time to Belattor. And he got basically nothing out of it.
Except 2 Inghive keys, which doesn't help. And yeah, that is definitely a missile tank, because it's green on JaggerG's scan visor. He scanned the missile tank in main reactor earlier. That is a good trick to scan a missile tank ahead of time. Actually, a setting that JaggerG occasionally runs on his seeds is a sort of Metroid Fusion callback seed, where there's, I think, like an excessively large number of power bomb tanks, but some of them don't give you any power bombs since the game is coded to only give you 10 max. And he's recently adopted an other M setting too as well, where missile tanks only give you 1 missile.
Well, Bellator's on the way to Profane Path. Oh. Right direction.
And unfortunately, in all likelihood, given the elevator is right here, Jagger's going to go to Sank first.
I don't blame him.
I mean, it makes sense. It's right here. It's more likely if Echo was going to lock an item, it would be here. Because Profane Path is just so far out of the way.
Yeah, Sanctuary has density, and by density I mean 2 items over the entire area.
Sank has 2 while Profane Path has 1, and to some, that could be enough.
Yep.
And he could also... He didn't... Bellator, I don't think, did this, but... or did Bellator throw in... actually, I think Bellator threw in Sank Map Station while he was at it.
Did he? I don't think so.
I think he might have. I thought I saw the corridor.
I don't know. Hive Gyro is not open because you need Boost Ball
Yep.
to boost off the spider tracks. You could check it though. Which, no, that's not a bad play on JaggerG's end though. It looks like he's gonna at least see what it is.
It could very
It's
well
kind of
be
on the way up.
supernatural.
It is on the way up to main gyro chamber and or Sentinel's Path, so it's a good idea. I think Bellator never checked Hive Gyro Chamber, so if this happens to be important, then this might be a plus for JaggerG.
And there it is. Boost
There it
ball
is.
in Boost ball in Profane Path.
There it is, and now the entirety of Torvis is open.
Except
Now-
lower
yep.
Torvis.
Yeah, except lower Torvis.
'Cause,
The
yeah,
question
we
is Bellator gonna fight Spider Guardian, or is he gonna go to Torvis?
I think he's
Oh my
probably
god,
going to fight...
that's supers!
Oh, wait, what?
Oh my god, I think those are supers. Those are supers.
He's
Gyro.
going for... Jagger's going for whatever they are, so...
They're supers. Oh my god. This is so huge. This is so big.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like, just like that, he's gonna catch up. I didn't even know you could do that. That's really cool.
Me neither. That's you learn something new every day, ladies and gentlemen. But with
Well,
that...
That is huge. And I don't think Bellator is gonna come here for a very long time.
No, not after
I
getting
don't
Boost
blame him.
Ball.
Like, why would you? Torvis opened. Although he is going to Sanctuary right now. I guess to check out the entrance and maybe a Cobalt hint.
Probably.
So the question is he going to go up and check Hive Gyro Chamber then on the way?
That is
Well,
nuts,
kind of on the way.
because what Jagger could do is, before checking Profane Path, or on the way to checking Profane Path, he could check his Sky Temple hints. So we could be getting a lot of new information here in a very short time.
Mm-hmm.
That is, as Galabar Tracker points out, both runners getting Torvis access by 2 different ways at relatively the same time, within like a minute of each other.
A lot more of Torvis is open to JaggerG because Super Missiles are a lot more important than Boost Ball for Torvis. Granted, Boost Ball is also important.
Yeah, although I'm pretty sure he would like to be, he would like to go, he would have liked to have that Emerald Translator so he can check Torvis Grove and the Meditation Vista and the Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Oh, yeah.
come to think of it, I just realized something. Weren't both of the Echo Annihilator checks Inghive keys in here?
Yep, they were.
That's hilarious.
Yep. So yeah, Hive Dynamo works. Being a charge combo is debated.
Yeah, it
With
is.
Dark
Actually,
Burst.
that's huge for JaggerG. Yeah, he now knows not to go fight Spider Guardian as long as Emerald's not required.
That being said, it wouldn't be a terrible idea, and this would be a great time to do the skip to get Emerald Translator backwards without Spider Guardian.
I don't think they're... I think by their definition, that's considered an out of bounds, so they're going to be omitting that trick for this
The
run.
instant morph into the tunnel.
Well, the instant morph I think they can do.
Yeah,
The screw attack I don't think they can.
the screw attack will be out of bounds. Yep.
But yeah, I think Jagger's first stop is going to be to check STK hints.
Yep. Because like you don't want to go to Torvis right now if you can go to get SDKs, because you don't want to waste time in areas that don't have SDKs. That being said, maybe some of these STKs don't require boost ball, and this out of logic play will benefit JaggerG a lot. But who knows? We'll see. All right, Cobalt hint.
Grapple Beam is in Hydro Dynamo Station. Thanks, game.
Well, I mean, if you go down there, you might as well grab it. Real easy.
The Dart Beam is in Hall of Combat Mastery. Thanks again, game.
Oof. Oof. So yeah, I think both players have the same 5 Sky Temple keys.
Yes.
So whatever JaggerG scans is going to be what Belattor also needs.
And with Echo Visor in tow, he is going to probably route in Hive Gyro Chamber real quick before doing, he's probably going to route in Hive Gyro Chamber real quick before doing, Spider Guardian. Getting our first look at War Ritual Grounds here, too. Missiles.
Junk.
Actually, literally the only big question mark at this point is Amber Translator. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's a fairly solid bet that it's Emerald in the Dynamo Works tunnel. Also, there's Sank Map Station. It's a missile tank.
Nice. Although, the question is, does JaggerG still know where Boost Ball is? Like,
that
does
is
he have
true.
any idea?
He's in the right neighborhood. Like, it is going to be here in Sky Temple grounds. He just needs to get to the right corner.
Like, maybe he's going to go ahead and just check out Profane, get the Sky Temple key, it's on the way to Profane Path.
That's what I think he's going to do. Like, he's got Light Suit, too, so he can just waltz right out of the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, with 5 tanks in Varia Suit, that's still not still a fairly reasonable play, too, but, because, yeah, with 5 D-tanks, you can easily get this and walk out without having to stop.
But yeah, the only question mark, as you said, is Amber Translator, so it's like, you don't really want to scour Torvis if you don't really need much besides Sky Temple keys.
Yeah, so here we go. We have...
Go.
So yeah, we have 3 unknown hints right now. We're going to see all 3 of them right now.
Right.
Our last 3 locations are...
Oh, that is
all on the left side of the pylons. Torvis Arena, I believe that was. Hydro Dynamo Storage.
Gravity Boost might be in Logic.
Torvis Energy Controller.
Oh, he's in Go mode.
Yes, he is.
He's in Go mode. We're done. He does not need Boost Ball.
Wow.
Wait, no, Torvis Dark Torvis Arena.
Dark Torvis Arena can technically be done with Screw Attack. If it is not, well, even if
how do you get out?
Even with or without boost, Screw Attack. There is even No Tricks expects this. There is a
no, but I mean, how do you get out to the Morphle Tunnel?
Oh right.
There is a way to do it without Boost Ball. I don't know, and I don't know if JaggerG knows how to do it.
Yeah, I'm
if
sorry.
He does,
I'm thinking of the arena itself, because in the arena itself, if just right next to Boost Guardian's tunnel, on the far side of Dark Torvis Arena, there is an elevated platforms to either side, which are high enough for you to Screw Attack over to the door in Dark Torvis Arena.
Oh, Bellator's gonna get supers. Here we go.
Yeah, this is actually gonna put Bellator, he doesn't know it, but this is gonna put him effectively in Go mode.
Mm-hmm. He just needs to get the hints. And like, you might as well just use a safe station while you're here to ship warp and get the hints.
Pretty much. I think that's exactly what he's going to do.
So yeah, he might be on the way to Profane Path. If he goes right, then he is, I think.
Yeah, he's heading in that direction. Yeah, because he's already done Wind Chamber. He knows this is trash. But yeah, we're going to have...
we have a race.
Pretty close proximity Go modes. Yeah, we have a race, ladies and gentlemen. Although right now, given that Jagger already knows his STKs and is about to get Boost Ball,
I think he will be ahead.
I would still say he has the advantage, but this is still absolutely anybody's race. Mm-hmm. But it is down to execution at this point.
No, Bellator, get your Sky Temple key hints.
Oh yeah, he's not leaving yet.
Ship warp, ship warp. No.
Oh yeah, I don't know what he's thinking right now. He's not thinking to do Airy right now, is he? Because he totally could.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope not.
Oh yeah, so Dark Zero does have a point. You can't get to Boost Guardian in Logic without Emerald Translator, which Bellator's gonna get. He's gonna grab that right now.
So Spider Guardian is required.
Yep.
All right, let me just mark that down.
So this is a kind of an annoying, unintuitive trick that Bellator is trying to do. This item requires you to fight Spider Guardian and then take the exit due to more portal out. But Bellator is trying to do a tricky slope jump into an instant morph to skip that. And it is very much a skip worth learning.
Yeah, so yeah, this is actually going to put Bellator. Bellator is going to be our first runner, still going to be our first runner in Go mode, since Jagger does. Well, I'm pretty sure he's going to be all right with the BSJ and Forgotten Bridge at this point. I mean,
hate that
both
BSJ.
of our runners.
But if he knows how to do it, then he's fine. He
Yeah,
doesn't need Emerald.
And again, both of our runners have demonstrated that they're pretty competent when it comes to stuff like BSJs. I mean, it's better than me. I've only just learned I only just did my first BSJ on Saturday, so I think Bellator is too high right now is the problem.
He needs to move forward for the entire first jump. Like, he's stopping in the middle of it. So he's too close to the tunnel.
There we go.
There we go.
And yep, at 140.58, Bellator has entered, as far as we're concerned, Go mode. Now he's going to go get those STK hits.
What is JaggerG's play?
Well,
Looks like he's going to go to Aegon. Because he can go to... That's how he gets to Torvis. Going to Torvis through Aegon.
Yeah, that's probably the fastest way, too, because that puts you right near... that puts you near... I'll put you near Torvis Temple. It's about the same distance from Forgotten Bridge as the normal Torvis entrance. Because that's the...
It, but yeah.
Because that's the way he needs to go right now. So yeah, let me take a few minutes here to profile this whole seed. So you get you basically get power bombs and spider ball in your early checks here. Mm-hmm. So power bombs and spider ball, and light beam in, where was light beam again?
I do not remember.
It was in.
It was in Mining Station A. No, not Mining Station A. The
Central Mining Station? Yeah.
Whatever it's called, the Central, yeah.
Yeah, Central Mining Station.
Oh, he didn't.
He didn't open the door.
Oh,
oops.
Feels bad. So this would be a time where an out of bounds would be really nice, just so you don't have to go all the way around. But
I mean, he did screw attack into the thing as well, which I think technically counts as out of bounds. But even then, he kind of got blocked by the door, so
it's not like really a big deal. I would count it.
It's not like it gave him any time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this so the seed was expecting you to get power bombs and spider ball and light beam in your early Aegon checks, so you can go to Spider's Treasure and get your dark beam. So with dark beam and seeker missiles in tow, because seekers were relatively early too. Yeah, they were in Mining Station access. So with seekers,
was in Watch Station, and Echo Visor was in Mine Shafts. They had to get both of those in order to get. Both of those to get Boost Ball, which is needed for supers.
And with the early Dark Visor and Seeker missiles, you also had logical access to the screw attack, which you also was probably your intended way to get to Watch Station. Echo could have worked too, but
Caretaker drone, you need Boost Ball for it. So
yeah, Bellator
is going to realize he's in Go mode.
Well, he's also going to realize he forgot to get the key in Defiled Shrine.
And it's not a big deal.
But he can easily make that key 9 and not be a big deal. So Torvis Energy Controller ended up being relevant this seed.
Yep.
Not for super missiles, but still relevant. Unfortunately, we are going to have to fight Alpha Block, but, well, fight quote unquote.
Yeah, quote, quote, fight Alpha Block.
And yeah,
Dark
much
Torvus
easier.
Arena.
Yeah, much easier to see on Bellator's screen. I know. Oh, and he's actually safe scumming his hints.
I actually timed this. Whether it's if you have boost ball and if you save at your ship, if it's faster to save scum versus just go back. Going back is a little faster.
It is.
Well, it depends on where you want to end up, but usually it's if you want to just end up back in the meeting grounds area, it's faster. It's just not reset.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
By like 10 to 20 seconds. I don't remember off the top of my head.
So yeah, Jagger's keys. I'm wondering how he's going to route this. If he's going to get the Dark Torvus Arena key first, or go to Hydro Dynamo storage first. He might be. I think he's probably if he's comfortable with the BSJ, he's going to go to Dark Torvus Arena next.
Mm-hmm.
I would laugh, by the way, if any of the 6 Emerald hints that were here ended up being the Emerald Translator hint.
That would be funny. I don't even know if Bellator's going to bother with the hints. I don't see a reason to.
I don't think so either. Either at this point, especially since again it is gonna be a fairly close race at this point. I do think
Like, they're both pretty much in the same go mode right now. Bellator's a bit behind JaggerG, but that can easily change.
Well, actually, Jagger is going to save a bit of time if he does comfortably do the BSJ, because then he doesn't have to go through Torvus Grove, he doesn't have to fight the Commandos, he doesn't have to use the Meditation Vista portal.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, if Jagger is comfortable with this BSJ, I really wish I knew where the collision is on that elevator, by the way, in Path of, not Path of Roots, Abandoned Worksite. Because, in our weekly on Saturday, the logical screw attack was there because we had progressive grapples turned on. The actual grapple beam was in the Torvus Temple axis, but I went the other way to get to that neck of Torvus, so I didn't know that. And yeah, as predicted, Jagger is attempting the BSJ.
So one thing to note, Bellator's going to be taking the elevator from Aegon to Torvus, and he does have Emerald, so just going around through Torvus Grove to Dark Torvus Arena, and then back to the Temple access is an option.
And yeah,
probably what you want to do.
Yeah, Jagger absolutely nailed the BSJ. So at this point, I would say it is Jagger's race to lose at this point. Although, granted, it's a 50-50 shot if this key is on Boost Guardian. So yeah, Amber Translator wasn't required today. The one big question mark we were thinking of. For all we know, it could be in Sand Cache.
Oh, well, yeah, it might be a good idea to have your last Sky Temple key be the Dark Torvus Arena one, because there's a save station right there, so you can just ship warp.
Yeah, Hydro Dynamo storage isn't too bad either, because then you just have to crawl your way back out.
So you don't want to ship warp from here.
And yeah, JaggerG getting very lucky here that Boost Guardian is not required. But yeah, fun fact about that room, Boost Guardian himself can give you Screw Attack with Boost Ball and the Half Pipe. Shoutouts to one of my first seeds ever having that stipulation. First or second.
Fun.
I think it was my second or third seed I ever played had that. Oh, for a minute I thought Hasder was saying ow my ears because of something I said, but then I realized, oh right, Screamer plants.
Oh, those.
Yeah, those and the droids that are in the Sang Temple after the first layer. I call those the Screamer droids. Those things are loud. So yeah, Bellator getting his 6th key at the energy controller, while Jagger is going to get his 9th key at Hydro Dynamo storage.
Mm-hmm. It is his race to lose at this point.
And yeah, with 5 E-Tanks, he actually has an extra E-Tank on Bellator. I'm trying to remember what that extra E-Tank is.
I don't remember. And I don't think they care. So, was Light Suit even required? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Nope. It was very nice to have. But...
Absolutely. Oh wait, actually that's Grapple Beam in Hydro Dynamo Chamber. That's right. We got a hint for that too.
Okay, well at this point Grapple's completely useless.
Yeah, it is. But I was looking at it for a second and wondering, is that another energy tank? But no, it's Grapple. And yeah, Jagger is just zipping straight down. But yeah, this seed, at this point, the seed will be over in probably 10 minutes or so. Especially with these runners, they know how to make mincemeat of the final boss. They have Annihilator Beam, they've got plenty of ammo. And yeah, so what you're seeing here is JaggerG setting up a bomb space gravity boost jump to just go ahead and nope right on out of Alpha Blog's room. Turns out they don't lock the door. Have a good swim. See you next fall. Wait, well, you're already on the bottom.
So I imagine he's just gonna ship warp from the Hydra from Lower Torvis.
Yeah, it really is the fastest way when you're on ship start settings.
Mm-hmm. I'll be right back.
Sure. So yeah, it looks like Bellator's next stop is the Hydro Dynamo storage key as well. He's going to save Dark Torvis Arena for last, which makes sense because, again, it is right next to a save station, about as equally effective as this key. And yep, all Sky Temple keys found on JaggerG's screen, as the game is now so kindly telling us. Bellator rather, taking advantage of the ammo fish here. Because, yeah, those fish generate a lot of ammo. Especially when you use Annihilator. Yeah, all things considering, I think the big break for JaggerG really actually did come when he picked up super missiles. Because I think he realized at that point, after getting super missiles out of logic, where his progression was, and that kind of set him on the right path after Sky Temple key hints. So, again, both of our runners, their routing was fairly solid. The only real hiccup on both runners' ends is that they took a little while. They both made their Sank Echo Visor checks when they didn't need to. I mean, that's not their fault either. It's just a property of the seed, really. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Bellator doesn't even take an ammo refill of the ship, because again, in the Sky Temple, you do get plenty of ammunition at the from the Ingworm spheres. 10 missiles or 1 power bomb if you're full on missiles.
I do feel like if JaggerG messes up enough and completely fails Dark Samus 4 skip, Bellator could catch up.
Oh, absolutely. If Dark Samus 4 doesn't...
Close.
So, I'm sorry, say again?
They are that close, basically.
Pretty much. Although Bellator does still have to go get the Dark Torvis key, Arena key.
Oh, he does? Okay, never mind.
He has to still go get the Dark Torvis Arena key. He's on key... this is going to be his key 8, and 9 is at Defiled Shrine 2, so he's got to make another 20-second detour.
Okay.
So yeah, Jagger has...
race to lose.
Yeah, he has plenty of... Oh, there's Dark Burst! Oh, so that means Sunburst is actually in... on Spider... Oh, so it must have been a light tank in Mining Station A.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said earlier it was a light tank, and
I thought it was Sunburst, but...
Probably.
Eh.
Now we know.
Yep.
Sunburst does help, though, to be fair, on Emperor Ing 1. And considering that it's right on the way, that's not a bad pickup. But yeah, without Sunburst on JaggerG's side, he's just going to go ahead and go with Annihilator Beam, Machine Gun strats.
Annihilator Beam's good.
And with 5 power bombs, this should be a relatively quick Emperor-ing too, although it looks like he didn't quite get the... It looks like he laid his power bomb a little too far to the right.
He didn't lure out the upper left tentacle either.
Yeah.
I think he just moved right too quickly. But yeah, Annihilator Beam is stupidly powerful. The uncharged shots have a stupid amount of DPS. Each shot of an uncharged Annihilator does 12 damage, whereas a missile does 30. Which doesn't sound like it's that powerful until you realize you can fire like 8 shots a second.
Yeah, especially on flying pirates and regular pirates, it does clear a map pretty fast. Like if you use Annihilator in the Torvus Temple fight, you're pretty much golden.
It's like it's a really well balanced weapon because it's very powerful and very convenient due to its rapid fire and homing capabilities, but it does drain your ammo really quickly. So in that sense, this game does balance its weapons really well.
Whee! Yeah.
Getting sent flying.
Yeah, that's going to happen pretty commonly if you screw attack into Emperor-ing, which all of our runners have been doing pretty consistently throughout the entirety of this tournament because, yeah, it turns out Emperor-ing has some leftover from development weak points on his heals that are vulnerable to screw attack, which does 36 damage per frame.
It's a lot.
Which, by comparison, is 3 Annihilator Beam shots per frame. Yeah, as chat says, literally his Achilles heels.
So, let's see how JaggerG handles DS3. You have Annihilator, the ideal strat is to fire exactly 25 uncharged Annihilator shots, which is as much damage as you can do without triggering Dark Samus 4.
Yeah, 25 Annihilator, 1 power. But it looks like Jag is just going to skip the power. And he might even resort to Dark Beam strats here for the DS4 skip, which he's got plenty of ammo for.
So what he wants to do here is, after this attack, JaggerG is going to want to screw attack Dark Samus and then start spamming missiles, which will hopefully manipulate Dark Samus' AI to keep raising a barrier and prevent her from activating Dark Samus 4.
He got a really good first screw in, and he's still he's able to land the Dark Shot, so this is looking pretty promising.
I don't know why he's not using a visor, but hey, it's still working.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't weird if it works, especially since the Dark Beam trail is kind of also doing the job for him, and that is going to be GG. Ladies and gentlemen, JaggerG finishes in first place with a time of 1:57.21.
GG.
Absolute astounding performance from JaggerG this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And we're now joined in the booth by JaggerG. JaggerG, GG, and fantastic performance today.
GG. That super missile trick in Hive Gyro Chamber.
Fun.
I have to learn that at some point.
Yeah, so I actually considered skipping Boost Ball entirely once I found it there. I was like, dude, I think like 125-ish. I was like, dude, I completely forgot Mining Station B. I've lost.
Yeah, all of us in chat were like, go back to Mining Station B.
Oh, man.
And that was like one of the areas that Belattor saved a lot of time on you, because he went there pretty much. He went there kind of quickly while cleaning up Aegon.
Yeah.
But you finding super missiles in Hive Gyro Chamber was a huge find.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that pretty much did give you the extra leg up for winning this race, because yeah, Belattor actually just got Key 9 as well. He's actually only about 4 minutes behind you.
Nice. Yeah, and I figured it was... I was surprised he wasn't already done, but that super missile was my saving grace, and I was like, dude, I might be back in this. Maybe.
Oh, actually, that's another thing you saved time on. You did not go back for Emerald Translator on Spider Guardian. Well, Bellator did the instant morph anyway, but to get into the tunnel.
Oh,
but,
yeah,
Super
that's
burst.
where that was.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that one.
Yeah, and that technically by logic was
Saved
required,
me.
but you and Bellator both had some masterful BSJ performance today.
Mm-hmm.
Because you both sequence broke Light Suit, which wasn't even required, ironically.
Apparently, yeah.
Getting debated.
I think that was in logic, though, with once I got both beams, because I had Screw Attack, I had Seeker Missiles, and you don't need Dark Visor, but...
No,
oh,
you,
no, because you needed Boost Ball.
Yeah, the only thing that was stopping
Right.
you was Boost Ball.
Forgot about that one.
But yeah, considering how late in the chain Boost Ball was, we were like puzzled, thinking, "Oh, wait a minute, we just got all 3 Inghive keys. Is it maybe on Umos too?" And then we realized, "Oh wait, you need Boost Ball for Quad anyway." Never mind.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess boosted spider finish off the 3rd phase. You could do it with Screw Attack. I wasn't going to, because I knew Boost Ball was basically my go mode for the longest time. And I could have just skipped it anyway.
Oh.
Ooh, Jagger did not get the 1 cycle, and it's even worse because now all the tentacles are out.
Oof. Man, that guy sucks. Did you say Jagger? I was like, how far behind are you? Oh, you meant Bellator?
Yeah, I meant Bellator.
Okay, well that guy's pretty good.
Yeah, so actually, I want to bring attention to one thing Bellator did is that when Emperor Ing was swinging his tentacles around at close range, Bellator actually laid a very nice power bomb to knock all the tentacles out at once. So, turns out as the tentacles are ascending,
in first phase?
Yeah, in first phase. After the tentacles are ascending, following that attack, they are vulnerable to power bombs. So, good little heads up trick there.
Another option if you fail to 1 cycle is to spam Annihilator Beam on them if you have the ammo. Because it does take care of the tentacles kind of quickly too. And that seed was interesting. You got like almost all of your mid-game, late-game items in the first 30 minutes, and then no beams, no bombs for quite a while.
So is it just, did it take him a while to find supers, or Boost Ball, or what?
No, what it was is he basically followed the logic while U-sequence broke.
Okay. I was trying to keep the sequence breaks in mind. I totally forgot Light Suit was behind Boost Ball, but other than that...
He also fought a Morbus kind of later by comparison to you. You both ended up fighting a Morbus for their key without checking a hint for it, so you both ended up doing all right in that regard. But Bellator's 3rd key was actually the... Bellator didn't get the junction side key right away when he had the chance either. He kind of routed that in on the way to a Morbus.
Okay.
Which is a good play for him, like good routing on his part. Well, I can't talk today.
Yeah, you both ended up routing this seed like really, really well, all things considering. The only kind of hiccup is that really there wasn't much in your first Sank run besides your Dark and Annihilator beams.
Yeah. Yeah, Dark Beam as well.
Which you had to get anyway because Echo was locked behind that, which you needed for super missiles.
Right.
And Boost Ball for that matter. So yeah, Sank was a forced double dip, unfortunately.
Where was Echo again?
Echo was in Mineshaft.
Mineshaft, right.
Yeah, so it was an item you both could have gotten relatively early, but like after getting Dark Beam, I wouldn't have blamed either of you for not going back there, just cleaning up Sanctuary instead.
Yeah, I guess Annihilator wasn't required either.
Doesn't
seem like it should have been required for
Profane Path.
Okay. Oh, for Boost Ball, right.
Yeah, because technically Spider Guardian was required for Emerald Translator, since you need the Dark Torvus Arena Sky Temple key. So yeah, logically, you needed Boost Ball for Spider Guardian at the very least. You could have gotten out of Dark Torvus, and not to mention to get out of Dark Torvus Arena to begin with.
Nah, I could do that. That's fine. That's why I was considering skipping it, because it's extra swag to do that without Boost Ball. But it was kind of on my way. It was just like 2 rooms away. And I would have saved time with just boosting across the world anyway, so...
Freaking Hive entrance.
Yeah, Bellator unfortunately did eventually get centered. He was able to get a few screw attacks in and drop Dark Samus down to about 40% HP, so it won't be much longer until this wraps up. Although, Jagger, we gotta compliment you on a bit of a comedy moment there. So you screw attacked into the Aegon sand tunnel to
Yeah,
go to Torvis, but then and then the door was still down.
sure was. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, well, there's a missile there. I don't really need missiles. I guess I'll leave it. So I just didn't open it entirely.
You could have wall crawled to the elevator, but
Yeah, except
you did say no
we
out of
agreed
bounds. So.
not to do out of bounds this seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now Dark Samus is actually like down to 1 HP, so yeah, this is gonna probably be final blow.
Yeah, you
And
can't kill
down-
her while she's on the floor.
Right, unless it's Dark Samus 3.
Yes.
But that is gonna be GG for Belattor, who finishes in second place with a time of 2:05:08.
GG.
GG.
I was super nervous going into that last area. I was like, where is the done? Did he goof as bad as I did?
He really didn't. Like, neither of you really goofed.
And I was a little too hydrated, like halfway in too. So I was worried I was gonna lose by like a minute, and that was gonna cost me. When I paused for like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, we were wondering about that, because yeah, you did pause for a bit. We thought it was because you might have been, oh, that was actually more like at the hour mark. That was before the boost, before you started getting lost about boost ball for a second.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying in chat, I was so unlucky. The last location was Echo Visor. Yeah.
Yeah, Belattor, you ended up not, Jagger ended up sequence breaking the super missiles, and getting super missiles before boost ball, after picking up Echo. So, but I gotta, again, GG's to
well
both
played.
of you. Yeah, you both routed, for the most part, besides the Echo last location, you both routed the seed, especially the first hour. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That was mining shaft, right?
Mine shaft, yeah.
Yeah, I think I last locationed that as well.
You both pretty much last locationed Echo, but yeah, two things is that Jagger sequence broke super missiles and also got the defiled shrine key on the first pass when checking Sky Temple key hints as well. I'm trying to think what else, because you were both kind of neck and neck for a fairly large chunk of the race, up until we started really hunting for boost ball.
I had so many hesitations early on, just like going one way and then doubling back, and I was like, no, this is exactly what I say you're not supposed to do.
Well,
But it worked out today.
yep.
Yeah. Although we did imagine that your language in the middle of the race was about as profane as the path where you did find boost ball. So, considering how late that was in the chain,
I mean, I kind of get a kick out of trolley seeds. I was more just nervous about like how I kept hesitating and like how far behind I probably was, but at the same time he had to play the same seed, so I don't know.
well, actually, I just realized another thing that actually, Jagger, you ended up saving a lot of time on Belattor was that you, well, and we told you this already, but Belattor doesn't know, is that you did not get Emerald Translator. You BSJ'd over the Forgotten Bridge, Bridge Gate to get to Dark Torvis Ruins. That actually saved you a ton of time.
I completely forgot that a translator was there. I was gonna skip that entirely because I knew boost was required for that. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll get that later, and it just totally slipped my mind.
Well, up until we saw you get supers, we thought supers were in Hive Hive Dynamo Works. We thought that was the charge combo, but
Yeah,
no, it
same.
turns out it was Sunburst, because Dark Burst was in not Path of Roots, Underground Tunnel.
I was mostly looking for boost ball, and I knew Hive Gyro couldn't have it, but I was like, well, I'm going up there anyway. I might as well go to the Dark World, see what it is, and just like write it off the list. If it's the Sky Temple key, I could just grab it right away. It turns out to be my go mode, essentially.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, so for this seed, I was able to I tacked onto my boss tally Spider Guardian and a Morbus, because technically he was required for Emerald Translator.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily neither of you, well, Morbus was required, but you both were able to route into Morbus pretty comfortably.
I actually thought I only had 2 keys. I was surprised when I saw the light coming up out of the ground. And I was like, wow, this is pretty lucky. I guess I'll do it now. And then I was extra happy when it was a Sky Temple key.
All right.
Yeah. All right,
It looks like
then-
you're going to be facing... Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Oh, no, you first.
I was just going to say, like, it looks like your next opponent is going to be the winner of DCR and Gollop, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah, that is going to be a great race because, like, Gollop and DCR are like top tier of their play.
And then
So yeah,
Gollop's
that is gonna be a good
loser of
race.
them.
We might see another rematch, me versus DCR again.
DCR, that guy.
Well, on the subject of rematches, we actually have another. That is not the right schedule page. We actually do have another rematch on the Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer tournament coming up this Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We have THK versus Bash Prime, and that is going to be that's going to be a very interesting rematch. Considering when they had their last match at the Swiss Closer, they had an all bosses seed.
Poor THK.
Or Bash Prime.
Bash Primer deserved it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
well, yeah, a lot of folks do think that is kind of an ironic twisted way to end this, considering he didn't even generate that seed. But yeah, that is on the table for Friday. We do still have
rolling that one.
oh boy. We do still have as we mentioned before, Gollop and DCR, and I think we're also still waiting on somebody else. We're waiting on
Bash Prime and THK, and that's it.
oh right, Bash and THK, right. So yeah, once DCR and Gollop's match is scheduled, we will let you know when that happens, of course. But in the meantime, if you are looking for more speed gaming action on the speed gaming channels for the rest of your evening, we've got nothing going on right at this very moment, but in about 20 minutes, the Super Metroid Zelda 3 1v1 tournament will continue on the main SG1 channel. AG versus the Blue Crayon. I almost misread that as the Blue Canyon, not gonna lie. That match will start at 8:10. Followed by another SMZ3 match at 9:10. That is going to be 64-bit Link versus Hatch78. We also have the Metroid Prime Any Percent tournament continuing at 10 p.m. tonight. And a few Zelda 1 randomizer matches. There's a good chunk of speed gaming action for you later tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, anything else you folks want to say before we close out tonight?
Nope. I'm DCR.
I'm DCR.
Well, one other thing before we do wrap up is we do want to shout out the bot's kind of busted today, so the commands won't work. But we do want to shout out Gollop, who was our tracker for today, and we also want to shout out the Speed Gaming Tech crew, who kind of just helped us get through the first half an hour with our sound and layout problems. So yeah, a big shout outs to those guys for for helping us get around that and for helping to keep this match in one piece. And Kirby, a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me on the mic today, by the way. Pleasure
commentating.
Pleasure commenting. Yeah, this was a great race to commentate. It was a lot of stuff constantly happening, a lot of questions.
I got to do sound processing without boost.
Yeah, that was a good. That was actually another really good trick you showed us. Too bad it didn't have anything important.
Yeah.
But
Could've
yeah,
done that without screw attack too, but I had it, so it makes it easier.
But with that said, folks, we wish you a good rest of your night. Take care, and we will see you next mission.
See ya.
Bye.